Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups, Four of Coins reversed, Nine of Coins, and the Five of Swords. Eight of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck. So, right off the bat, I feel like somebody is disrupting your energy somehow. And I say that because of the Seven of Wands reversed and the Palace of Swords reversed. And I feel like you're not quite aware of it. But that issue aside, I feel like you're letting go of the idea of being with someone specific. Like, you probably thought whoever you're connecting with was going to be a part of your life for the rest of your life. And I feel like maybe that's not the case anymore, or you're just letting go of the idea that it has to go a specific way. But you have the Nine of Coins here, which is the single lady or male. But somebody's going to be single here. And you have the Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords can be harsh communication, feeling like you lost a battle, feeling defeated. And then with the Seven of Wands reversed, not really willing to put up a fight anymore. You have the King of Cups. So either you or this person, there's a lot of love here. You also have the Lovers and Ten of Cups. There's a lot of love here. And with the Knight of Coins here, there's passion too. So it's not just an emotional connection. It's a sexual, fiery connection as well. But there's something here that, you're feeling defeated about. Somebody let go. Somebody's moving on, possibly. With the Eight of Swords reversed, could be you. So somebody's letting go of a situation. They no longer feel trapped in a situation. Tell me about the Lovers. First, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That's too many. Way too many. It was almost half my deck. Tell me about the Lovers. For Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ah, my God. So you have the Four of Cups, Ten of Swords, the Hermit, and the Six of Pentacles. So I believe it was Leo that also had the Ten of Swords in this position with the Four of Cups. So there's some kind of, betrayal here that happened in the past, but we're not moving past it. Either you or the person you're dealing with. They're still holding on to a betrayal that already happened. And like I said in the Leo video, on this side, this would have been moving past a betrayal, the ending of a difficult cycle, but moving on from it and allowing that new start to happen. This one, it is the ending of a difficult cycle. The betrayal's over, but you're still sitting there dwelling on it. I just noticed there's an eclipse right there too. So something's being eclipsed out of your life, and that could be why we have the Four of Cups here. So somebody probably left because either they were the ones who weren't able to let go of this betrayal, or because you were the one that was dwelling on the betrayal and they just didn't want to stick around and wait for it anymore. They didn't want to wait for this to finally be over. Tell me about the Palace of Swords reverse. Why is the Palace? Well, that's too many. Come on now, Taurus. Alright, Palace of Swords reversed. Why is the Palace of Swords here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Clarify the Palace of Swords reversed. Ace of Wands, or I mean, excuse me, Ace of Swords. So, and then Two of Swords right after that, or on the bottom of the deck, I mean. So, it's a progression, because the Palace of Swords is the ending of the sword cycle, and then it goes to the Ace, and then the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What's after the Two of Swords? Three of Swords. So, I feel like there's a breakup here about to happen, if it hasn't already. And it's because somebody's holding on to a past betrayal. They're not letting go of something that has already ended. We have quite a few swords on the board here. We have the Ace, the 2, the 5, the 8, the 10, and the Palace. The only thing we're missing is the Court cards. And 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. So what we're missing is the separation. What we're missing is resting. What we're missing is moving on. What we're missing is the betrayal. What we're missing is the anxiety. But what we do have on the board is somebody holding on to the past. There's the truth here. Somebody made a choice. This is, a place of observing and thinking, and we have somebody feeling trapped and someone feeling defeated. So this betrayal was in the past. This heartache and separation was in the past. You've recuperated, you've regenerated, you've rested, you've meditated on this, you got yourself into calmer waters, but you still have the Ten of Swords here. You're still holding on to something that should have been let go of, whether it's you or the other person, and someone's getting sick of it and they're moving on. Tell me about this Five of Swords for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ace of Cups. Someone feels defeated. They feel like whoever this person is that's still stuck on this betrayal of the past, that can't let go of the past, they feel defeated. This other person probably feels defeated, and now they're just going to go find love somewhere else, somewhere where it's not so difficult. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Well, there's that Nine of Swords. So now we got anxiety when it comes to this Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Knight of Wands. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Well, now we got a Court card for the Swords. We got the Hanged Man. Could be dealing with the Pisces. Page of Swords. There's the Seven of Swords. God damn it. There's that betrayal. And the Eight of Cups. But this Eight of Cups, he's not moving on. They're still stuck, sitting, looking at all these cups that they didn't want. This person's moving on. They didn't want those cups. They're moving on. This person's just sitting there staring at it like, I don't want those cups. But they're not fucking doing anything about it. Get up and walk away if you don't want those cups then. There's the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords. Someone is still thinking about whatever the Seven of Swords was. Still thinking about it. Still thinking about it. Not being satisfied, but not walking away. You got to do something here, Taurus. If this is your energy, someone needs to either walk away or let go of the past. Because whoever's stuck on this, the other person's going to leave them. They're going to feel like this is a lost cause and walk away and find new love where they don't have to deal with this bullshit. Whether they were the ones that did betraying or not, it's bullshit that they're being reminded of it constantly. And I get it. It's so hard to forgive people. But if you can see that this person has changed, there's the freaking 4 of Swords. My God, we have almost all the fucking swords on the board. What are we missing? 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. That's all we're missing. So what does that tell me? The King and Queen of Swords. So this couple that I have on the board, they're not thinking clearly about something because they're stuck on the past. What needs to happen is the 3 of Swords, which would be heartache, separation, and the 6 of Swords, which would be getting yourself out of this. Whatever is making you still think about this betrayal. If you're still thinking about it, then it's not time for this to come back together. You can't come back together and still be dwelling on the past. What needs to happen is the King and Queen of Swords need to 3 of Swords break up, and 6 of Swords get themselves into calmer waters, clear their mind, move on. Will it come back together someday? Maybe. If it's destined to, but it's not going to come together right now. Whether you're both physically there or not, you guys are mentally stuck in the past. Somebody's mentally stuck in the past and the other one wants to move on to the future. So, Taurus, let me get you an oracle card to see where you should be focusing your energy for the next few days. Taurus. Oops, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What card's this? 35. Who else got this card? Leo. You might be dealing with a Leo. So, Taurus, best advice. You have 44, which is a master number. 44. Unison, common goals, shared values, at one with others. It is probably not love that makes the world go round, but rather those mutually supportive alliances through which partners recognize their dependence on each other for the achievement of shared and private goals. This card shows us a sense of belonging. We are at one with ourselves, with our surroundings, and our relationships with others. We can move together with a common direction and purpose. Our presence is accepted and welcome. A young girl glides effortlessly through a gated lake in the companionship of a group of swans. Their speed and direction in unison, they become of one mind. They symbolize finding new friends or a group who share similar ideas. There is a strong affinity with other like-minded souls. Be wary of becoming just one of many. At some point, their actions, their direction, and their pace may not be yours. Where they are leading may not be the best path for you. So I feel like this couple here, the King and Queen of Swords, that's still stuck in the past, I feel like they're just not resonating on the same level anymore. One person wants to move on. The other one is still stuck on this betrayal from the past. And whoever is feeling defeated and wants to just go find new love, whoever wants to be single, is craving somebody that, shares the same mindset as them. They're craving somebody who, they're just craving somebody who resonates with them, I guess. Maybe this person who wants to move on, who may or may not have been the cause of this betrayal in the past, just doesn't feel the same about this person like they once did, I guess. And they just want to find somebody that they do have that connection with. So, Taurus, I guess your best advice is go find your swans. Go find somebody that you resonate with, somebody that has, you know, common goals, shared goals, who wants the same things in life that you do. This has to do with not having the strength to control your urges. You have the moon. Could be dealing with Pisces or a Cancer, but this could be secrets. Secrets about a one-night stand, I'm feeling like. Somebody wasn't able to tame the beast. And I feel like this fool was a foolish decision, not taking a leap of faith. Page of Wands, reiterating what I said. Eight of Swords reversed. Eight of Coins. That's 2 8s, so there could be that's 3 8s. There could be abundance coming. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The truth is coming out about something, and I feel like it has to do with someone not being able to tame the beast. Someone not being able to control their urges, their animal urges. Tell me about strength for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Clarify strength. Five of Cups reversed and the Hierophant reversed. That's your energy. Someone wasn't able to let go of something that happened in the past. Someone didn't have the strength to let go of whatever this Five of Cups was. Let go of the regret for the sake of... Ooh, no, never mind. Because the Hierophant can be lessons. And as I was saying in the beginning, someone couldn't control their animal urges. Someone couldn't tame the beast and made a foolish decision with a one-night stand. Someone didn't learn their lesson. They're not feeling remorseful about whatever this animal instincts were, whatever this one-night stand was, and they didn't learn their lesson. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. Whoops. Nine of Cups, King of Wands reversed. There could have been drinking involved. You could have gone out with your friends and you were tempted by someone and you gave in. Tell me about the Eight of Coins. Why is the Eight of Coins here for Taurus? Ooh. Two of Swords. This man's reading a letter, though. It has something to do with messages. You could have been messaging this person that you had a one-night stand with, and now you're... Because this is a scissors. And this man is holding a letter, reading a letter. And it was like this. So you could be getting rid of the evidence, deleting messages, or you could be cutting out something. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and she's breaking down all those wands with this sheath. Something's getting cut out. The Tower reversed after that. So trying to avoid a Tower moment. Trying to avoid this person finding out about this one-night stand by deleting the messages. Tell me about the moon for Taurus. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. The star reverse could be dealing with Aquarius. This is you trying to conceal it, though. That's what I feel like. This could be vice versa as well. If you're not the one who had a one-night stand, this could be somebody in your environment, not necessarily your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. This could just be somebody that you're close with. High Priestess is reversed. Someone's not trusting their intuition. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Five of Swords reversed. This is a mutual defeat. Tell me about the Five of Swords for Taurus. Clarify the Five of Swords. Temperance. That's another card of drinking. There's drinking here, there's drinking here. But this is also about finding moderation. So, someone went out drinking, was tempted by somebody, made a foolish decision to have a one-night stand behind somebody's back, and there's evidence of it, but it's being deleted. This person who had a one-night stand is not showing any remorse and has not learned their lesson. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Let's see why there was a one-night stand. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Six of Swords, Page of Cups, Three of Swords reversed. So if you were in a relationship, you probably felt like the relationship was ending. You were probably just going through a rough patch. You went out with your friends just to have a night out, to forget about it for a little bit, and somebody that was there, somebody tempted you, and to avoid heartbreak and separation, to avoid having to move on alone, you gave in to temptations and made a foolish decision to have a one-night stand. And now you're concealing the evidence, getting rid of the messages. You haven't learned your lesson yet. Oh man, this could be vice versa too. Someone is not trusting their intuition. So let me get you some final advice to see where you should be focusing your energy for the next week. Final advice for Taurus from March 27th through April 3rd. Final advice. You have the owl with the anchor reversed at the bottom of the deck. The owl. Wisdom, calm, justice. What I feel like this owl is saying is if you are the one who made a foolish decision, justice is coming. Justice is karma. Karma's coming. If you did not make the foolish decision, if somebody else in your environment did, or if this is your significant other, This owl is saying that you need to make a wise choice about this. Whether you're going to stay and work on this with this person who didn't learn their lesson, who's showing no remorse, or it's saying, remain calm about this. Don't blow up about it. Maybe have a little compassion for this person because they probably had some shit that they needed to work through. Whichever side you're on, you need to be wise about this. And the anchor reversed, I have a feeling is going to be about, the anchor reversed is adrift, struggling, free. So if you need to break up with somebody, break up with somebody. If this is someone in your environment, maybe give them some words of wisdom here. Or if you're the one who had this one night stand, you're going to have to choose somebody. Stop trying to conceal it. Come out with the truth. And maybe this person that you made a foolish decision on or against, maybe they'll stay and work things out with you. But learn your lesson.